We
We
are
fixed
live
it.
everywhere you can be. We're live. Back to the future, if you will. Thank you.
We fit. Yesterday was a technical difficulty day. You know what? But that just goes to show you, when things don't go your way, how do you react? Do you just find a way to get it done, or do you shrivel up and crawl into a corner and pout?
Obviously, I've been fighting not feeling well and was very close to bailing yesterday, and I did not bail on anything. The day went very smoothly. Your voice was in my head going, "Are you hurt or are you injured?" I was hurt, and so you play hurt, and I got through it. I made my presentation to big shout out to Lori Salarillo, who set me up to speak to her peers, all the other presidents and CEOs of JA across the country. So, I showed up, I did it, I felt great. And, I just did it, and then rested and did what I needed to do during the day. And then we had our All in the Family dinner last night, which we'll talk about, but really good stuff.
Shout out to Christian Castellano, who is talking about the Tell Me Something Good from yesterday with Jesse Itzler, which was, it was great. And I agree, Christian. I mean, that to hear him talk about family, what a quality family man he is, and then for us to be able to do that dinner last night, there was just a ton of really good nuggets. And I think I might break that Tell Me Something Good up into some Huddle content for us to talk about next week.
I was hoping you would do that on Tuesday. As everybody knows, a little bit of housekeeping. Monday, we're out. It is President's Day, and so we will rerun one of the past shows, and then Tuesday we'll be back live, and certainly that would be really cool if you decide to do that. So,
and Sunday is Valentine's Day for those of you who did not remember until just now. Gabby and I are going down to the Ritz. You're going to be down in Key Biscayne for the weekend.
Very nice, man. Good for you. On a third wheel?
Nope, we do not.
That's funny. So why don't we kickstart this morning and wake up music, baby. Let's go. Wake up, everybody. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up. Come on. Wake up, everybody. Teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more back to thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Come on now. Awesome.
No more sleeping in. Let's go.
It's a Friday. It's good stuff. Now, I'm reading something that I was not aware of. Did Casey De La Pena get nominated for Man of the Year?
He accepted the nomination to run for Man of the Year. I introduced him to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, who I do work with. I've spoke to the group about some modern business development tools, and I work on the leadership team there. I introduced Casey to the group because I thought there might be some connection for the Heat and LLS, and he is now running for Man of the Year. So congratulations, Casey De La Pena, and I hope that everybody in the Huddle will donate to the man's campaign.
I will say this, that he doesn't even need to run. He is the man. He is, man. I am really happy that the virtual world put us together this year, and he's been a great addition to the Huddle, and certainly we honor him every day with the Dos Minutos.
That is correct.
Some really cool stuff there. So one other shout out to just maybe one of the greatest huddlers from the start. She's a devotee. She won her shirt, and she wore it and posted yesterday. And what a tremendous post. She says, every day I'm huddling. Personal, professional development doesn't have to be boring. Just ask my friends. And yes, we are friends at the Nudelberg Daily Huddle. Father-son duo, Steve and Mark Nudelberg, and team bring powerful content every day. And she goes on to say what it is. She got a lot of traction, a lot of great stuff. from her. Control the controllables, all the great stuff. So shout out to you. You are today's honorary Huddler.
And definitely a Hall of Famer, who she was in the Hall of Fame way back when, in the early days of us doing that. So shout out to Carissa. Thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you for sharing and continuing to drive people from your world to the Huddle. We appreciate it so much.
Lots of good stuff going on here. I love seeing the activity of people having virtual coffees with each other. Natalia's here. She's making the commitment to be here live. And she's bringing energy to the crowd. My man, Ramon Barber, it looks like everybody met him. He's one of the most just tremendous. He has an infectious personality. He's just wonderful to be around. So I'm glad to see him making his way through everybody. So great job. Let's get to some Friday motivational music, because it will help us talk about some content today.
Strike the pose.
Let your body move with the music. Love it.
So, always great when you can start out with Madonna. Always. She kickstarts the day, gets us in the party mood. But the song is very relevant for a reason. And today's topic, I want to talk about why images are so important to social media. So, Mark, you have done a phenomenal job of taking quality photos that you've garnered either with your own phone or with David Roth, who has helped us, or some of the stuff we've been doing in studio, and putting that with content to that combination really makes something. And so people say, what are the skill sets I need to be really good in social media? You need to be a photographer. You need to understand that you carry around this unbelievable thing called the phone. The phone is a camera. You need to learn to take pictures. So I want your comment. I actually have 4 or 5 details of this subject, but people who are not taking pictures of everything, you're missing out. Create an inventory of stuff that you can match content to.
So it's interesting because the algorithm is always changing and what catches traction and not, but the fundamental to, I think, adding a picture to whatever the copy is that you're talking about is you got to do something to stop the scroll, right? Because everybody has been trained in the social media world to just fly through the phone. Everybody's just flipping through it. If there's not something that catches their eye, that makes them stop for a second, and then if that first tagline or that first sentence of your post doesn't garner the attention and make them want to read more and make them want to go deeper, you've lost the battle. You're just in the noise with everybody else. So it's so important to grab pictures that will catch somebody's eye, allow them to read the first sentence of what's happening and really grab the attention, say, I want to see what else is happening here.
So there's some great facts backing this up. Excuse me. We've all heard the term, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Yes, if you have the right picture. People have an attention span of fewer than 9 seconds. I think it's less than that, but that's what the report says. Like squirrel, what, So a large part of the brain is focused on visual processing. And I think this is the key why social media really has become such a powerful tool, is that you can put your own vision, your own visual of who you are, what you represent, which used to never happen. There was never any way to do that. You couldn't do it in voicemail. You couldn't do it in email. Those were flat, one-dimensional, So all of this stuff, when we go from pictures to videos, they're all ways of representing ourselves. And the human brain can recognize a familiar object in 100 milliseconds, making images the perfect way to communicate in today's short attention span.
And the other part of that is that everybody is battling to get face-to-face time with people, right? Like, isn't that the number one goal, is to get face-to-face? Well, every time you post a picture that has your face in it, you're getting your face in front of somebody else's, which builds more comfortability with who you are and allows people to be more receptive to you whenever you interact with them. They're more familiar with you.
Shay, show me Natalia's comment, because she's pretty much spot on. Creating experience, creating content, creating value, creating education. Yes, to a degree, but show me the picture from All in the Family last night. So this was dinner. This was nothing more than 5 snapshots put together. We'll make this a post this morning to tell everybody that we had a dinner last night that was strictly made up of fathers and mothers and their sons and daughters who work together. And all we did was get everybody in a room. We had a few drinks to start with and started telling stories about working with family. It was an amazing evening. That here's one of the major keys, was not only documented for me, it was documented for them. You know, we now have pictures that we'll share with them that will last forever. And, you know, people see me do the weekend review on Sunday. I'm just taking pictures of whatever. And even though we're quarantined and we're not, look at Howard K is here. Howard was great, man. Howard was super funny. Just to give you the thing of the night, the comment of the night, Howard was telling a story about his dad who he worked with. And his dad was a very famous, and he used the word disc jockey. And everybody said, "How's a disc jockey?"
The young people in the crowd were definitely unaware of what a disc jockey meant, and they all kind of started looking at me. It felt like I was like the Switzerland of the night, because I could relate to the older crowd and I could relate to the younger crowd. So I was helping like decipher what a disc jockey was for them, because I think they all immediately thought some kind of horse racing was happening.
It was super funny, but the night itself was magical. We captured it and we're going to share it with everybody. And so I want you guys to think of, even if you're on a Zoom call with somebody, boom, snap, take a screenshot, share it, tag the other person, and then educate that person's audience about who you are and what you're doing. And, you know, so it's so magical. More facts that I think are important here. Studies show that people only remember 10% of what they hear once 72 hours have passed. However, if you pair a relevant image with your material, people can remember 65% of that information after 3 days. Mic drop. You know,
I love it.
Come on, Vogue. You know, so for those who would say to me, Christian Castellano got it right. Is that
It's a horse therapist. Exactly.
Listen,
exactly correct.
So, and Howard was right. It was all about the nuggets. There were tons of nuggets there last night. So, you know, moving pictures, documenting what you do, who you do it with, why you do it, all that kind of stuff is so significant. Any closing comments here? Because Mark, you know, let's face it, you came from college football. You didn't take pictures of anything. People took pictures of you.
And I think that was the real battle for me, was understanding marketing and understanding sales and marketing and building brand and having your knowledge that we talked about all the time, and then having a social media, you know, department that was lost in how to take pictures and what to do. And that's when I work with organizations that have a company that's constantly capturing lots of images. I'm like, just send them an email. Say, hey, can you send me some pictures from the last few months of our showroom, of people doing business together, the things that you guys have captured? Because I would love to take that and be able to use that for myself. And that's where the CEOs that I work with, I'm like, you guys are so worried about building brand for the company page. Nobody gives a shit what the company page says. Take all of that content that you're developing, arm your people with the ability to go out and share that themselves in a relevant way from who they are to the people that they connect with, and watch how it grows for them.
So look at Jake. Show Jake. This is true, man. Take your phone out, snap a picture. It's guilty.
That's awesome.
I'll leave you with this. Using relevant images on social media allows you to gain attention, build loyalty, communicate vital information, and increase engagement. If there's one tip that I can give people is get used to just taking pictures. The law firm that we're working with, shout out to the people at Harity this is so new to them. They're taking pictures of all different kinds of stuff. Like the cat came out and crawled into a box while she was working, and she took a picture of it and shared it. And she said, "What is it with cats and kids that love boxes?" It's a great post, so just, and so as Gary Vee has said in the past, and I'll close this segment with document. You don't have to create, just pay attention to what goes around you. Imagine that there was a film crew or a photographer following you around, and take tons of pictures. So hopefully that's some good information for a Friday. Now we'll switch gears to some really fun stuff. So on this date in 2016, the movie Deadpool was released. Now, I still know that there's tons of people who have never seen Deadpool 1 or Deadpool 2. Never seen
one of them.
Like bizarre to me, because for the movie fan that you are, number one, and the comedy fan that you are, and I know that you're a Ryan Reynolds fan.
Yeah.
This is absolute genius. This movie, like, I can't even imagine being on the set when they were filming this, because he's so funny. Like, you just let him go. So I picked out 4 clips today. Kudos to Jake, who helped me do this, that tell us a story about business. So, here's some business lessons from Deadpool. What does Howard say?
I love it. Takeaway of the night. I am absolutely certain that my solution is the right solution. Well done, Howard. Yeah, I think we could probably break up last night's nuggets into a show in itself, but the dialogue was so good. And it was such a cool experience because it was a round table that everybody got to share their story and talk about their perspective. And we talked about transitioning from football to business. And we talked about being entrepreneurs and growing up with your parents and then us growing up with you guys. And it was really great stuff. So thanks for sharing, Howard.
Yeah, it was totally fun. Lots of laughs, lots of drinks, lots of good food. Shout out to Joni Knight. Don't want to
making it happen.
Louise did a great job of hosting 15 of us. And we will definitely do that again. But without further ado, show me Deadpool.
Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby.
Oh, hello. I know, right? Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my very own movie? I can't tell you, but it does rhyme with Pulverine. And let me tell you, he's got a nice pair of smooth criminals down under. Anyway, I got places to be, a face to fix, and bad guys to kill.
Maximum effort. So
music.
Perfect.
Music.
Here's what I want you to do. This is great. I'll play the clip, and then you tell me what the takeaway is. The takeaway is music.
Both of them, both the criminals in the car that were listening to something on whatever they were going to go do. They were getting their mind focused and ready to go. And then obviously he was listening to Salt and Pepper, for those of you who didn't know who that was.
Imagine that this is happening throughout the movie. There's so many takeaways. So great job. Shay, show me the second one.
I am so sorry. So sorry.
Too soon? Yeah, too soon.
Lo siento, amor. amor, lo siento.
Tickets for the cup.
I can't wait to not watch Italy play the Netherlands.
I can't stay mad at you.
Healing hugs. Here we go. Oh.
You got to connect with people on what matters to them, for sure.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, persistence, I guess, could also be in there, but you got to figure out what matters to that person that you're trying to get to, and you got to lead with what matters to them, not who you are.
And the more you don't pay attention, the more you look foolish. And with the mariachi,
Yeah.
you know. So I really want people to pay attention to that. Sometimes how you look when you approach somebody with something that's completely non-connected to them. It's
I
incredible.
love it.
Show me the third one.
Superpowers?
I can distort electrical fields, including the one inside your brain.
No! I spit acidic vomit. Oh. Do you want me to demonstrate? No.
Yeah, we'll take
thank
your
you.
word for it.
Yeah. Oh! Vanisher! Nice! Maybe the wind can't blow what it can't see. So how does that help us? I'm basically better than you at everything.
You'd have to be insane to take off in this.
No stage left, you idiot!
I'm lucky.
That's not a superpower.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Last but not least,
Peter. Am I eating catfish?
I love you. It's all about the fit. It's all about the fit. You gotta have the right people. You gotta have the right person to do the right job. Right person to do the right job.
So picking your team, who you hang out with, your top 5, your personal board of advisors. Spectacular. Excuse me. Go last one.
I'd like to go home.
And I'd like the McRib to be available year-round. But sometimes dreams don't come true. I spent 10 years in Special Forces. You think we didn't jump out of the plane because of a light breeze? You're in the shit now, mustache!
I'm only yelling to impress the other guys. I'd never let anything happen to you, Sugar Bear.
Laird!
You got to coach everybody individually. I think everybody's got to be talked to in their own way. He's doing something to get the group going, but he's letting that guy know, hey, I got your back no matter what.
And setting the tone. He's clearly the leader, clearly the guy. And we talked about this last night, that you can't really teach everybody the same. There's some personalization to it. So
Exactly.
great. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds.
That was fun. You should do that again.
Trust me that there is many, many, many more clips. Absolutely 2 of my favorite movies, Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. Just fantastic stuff. Great acting, great comedy, and great. Shay, you got something?
No.
Well done, Shay.
Did we not have
Great
a
show.
warning today? We were you're supposed to honor Casey, and we missed the 2
Minutes. Dos minutos.
The hell is going on out there? Go ahead.
What the hell's going on out here?
Have a very happy Valentine's Day to everybody that's in the huddle. If you don't have one, we'll be your Valentine.
Have a fun Friday. Enjoy President's Day. We'll see you live again on Tuesday on the Nudelberg Daily Hub.
Strike a pose.